So this is you.
Well, it's not about video, Trevor, so come on.
Ah, it's about the experience. You're up here. You're not up here to pitch something on video. You're up here to have some fun.
Well, I already have my trimmer, so.
All right, so you're having fun. And tell Trimmer that. What was that again?
I'm having fun with Trimmer.
Thank you. Yes, you are.
Actually, my talk is kind of about Trimmer.
Great.
So,
this is helping us so much.
It's a great intro.
Well, it's completely out of order, but I want to talk about product placement. Trevor, you've been doing a pretty good job, and Trimmer, you did a better job. You gave us some beer. So product placement right now isn't really a big thing on the web, but it's a big thing in the real world. It's a billion-dollar industry, and it's not very organized. So on the web, it has a much better chance of being organized. And my idea is, I want to do a product placement network for bloggers on the web. So the idea is, you know, like Microsoft is coming up with this new phone coming out, the new Windows phone.
Yep.
And
Watch that.
Microsoft isn't like Apple, where they don't have everyone talking about the iPhone when it comes out. So what Microsoft gets, you know, they want to come to bloggers and they want to have bloggers talking about the new phone, and they do this through the advertising network. So what the advertising network would be is a partnership with bloggers to do product placement, you know, for products, for services, and you know, for things like Trimmer, where you could come to the advertising network and they would know.
So you can blog about Trimmer, right, and get paid for it. Is that the idea?
Yeah, I said
I thought that was not allowed anymore. Yeah. That you couldn't like do that,
or that you had to disclose it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was.
What is this? Actually, this is.
But that you have an opening there. Maybe you're.
Wait, so hold on. Can you just clarify for everybody, so we understand what you're talking about here?
Well, you might remember the details better.
I'm not. That's why.
So some big hullabaloo happened recently, and I think it involved a law was passed. But go Google it because I only vaguely remember it. But a big hullabaloo about bloggers pumping out products without disclosing that they were compensated to do so.
Yeah.
So if you disclose it, though, you're okay.
I believe, like, I just barely remember this.
Okay.
I think there's a law that says you have to do it, but I could be wrong.
Okay. And a lot of them do it anyway, right? I mean, like, anytime you see on TechCrunch, like...
But that's what he's talking about, is product placement, right?
Right.
I mean, like, right now, you're sitting here, and we're talking about, we keep bringing up the beer, you know, over and over, you know?
Well, that's just because they donated,
and
that was
too, you know, just
big
like,
move, and we
you know,
appreciate
type
it.
in, you know, like, oh God, I'm writing on Microsoft Word, you know, this is great.
Right.
But yeah, I think if you just you could be providing a platform for disclosing.
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah. So this advertising network would be a platform. It'd be a monetization strategy for bloggers. So that if they have a targeted audience, if you have a blog about fiction that appeals to fiction authors, then any products that target fiction authors would be very well to do product placement with you on your blog.
And product placement is literally like a mention? Like how do you
product placement is, it's like, have you ever watched a movie and someone's drinking a Coca-Cola?
Yeah, no, I know what it is in the real world, but in a blog situation, you're talking about like an ad? I just dropped
it could be several things. It could be a review, it could be mentions, or like recently there's this game called Minecraft. It's this little independent game, and it makes $250,000 a day now, and it's all due to product placement. Recently they got mentioned on this gaming comic strip. It's called Penny Arcade. They got mentioned on Penny Arcade, and the next day their sales, they multiplied. It's because Penny Arcade mentioned Minecraft. This is product placement. It doesn't have to be a blog. It could be a comic strip. It could be YouTube videos.
I think I kind of know what you're getting at here. There was a...
It's like
a couple years ago I saw this.
Tweak, you know, it's almost like product placement
right
in the stream, right?
So there was a company I saw a couple of years ago. There was a guy in Hollywood that started it, and he was like not an agent, but like he was dialed into the Hollywood scene somehow. And the way that so if you watch a show like Entourage or something like that, and Piven's talking on his BlackBerry. Well, that's not by accident. Like, it's not that by accident that you see that they're always like working on Mac desktops or something like that. All of that is carefully orchestrated. It's just that, like, if you actually know the mechanics of how these things happen, a lot of times it's like some back alley deal where somebody shows up with like a suitcase full of money. It's like 50 grand. It's like, hey, make sure our laptop makes it into this episode, kind of thing. And so this guy's whole concept was, you could actually, like, the guys that are writing these scripts and the writers and stuff could actually go on and look and be like, okay, these companies want placement here, and can you use these placements into the script? So he was trying to make this like not a back alley deal kind of thing.
That's exactly right. Right now in the real world, it is back alley deals.
Right.
You drove out to Berkeley.
Right.
And you picked
exactly.
up
and it happened to be a back alley, and I'm not exaggerating that. Like, it actually was. It was kind of sketchy, by the way, but hey, we got the beer. We're all right. Thank you, Trumer.
Yeah, there's actually great opportunities, I think, on the web to form an organized network around product placement. And bloggers are these people that aren't making money, but they have these huge audiences that are untapped.
Right.
So you could form the network. You could do this direct sales to companies that want to do product placement with bloggers.
So who sets the price? Is it the blogger or is it the company that wants the product placement?
As the network, you would set the price.
So when you say you, who do you mean?
The business would be an advertising network.
Okay, so like the blogger himself?
So you make an offer to the blogger, say,
okay.
you know, I have $300 if you want to do a review on X.
I see.
And we've got to offer you
But how's that
Maybe you
different
want
from
it
a
to be
paid
an auction.
review? Like happening right now.
It could be a paid review, yeah.
No, but how's that different from a paid review?
Like you're talking about like a PC magazine or something like that?
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
you're a network for paid reviews, for mentions, for...
It's the network that's really the leverage here. It's like it's organizing this whole... okay, I got it.
So you do direct sales and you have an index of bloggers. And you can come to the bloggers with offers. You know,
well, the bloggers come on and see that, like, you know, they like reviewing, you know, I don't know, whatever, like travel deals or something like that. And then they just place them in part of the review or something like that.
Yeah, potentially.
Wouldn't it be more likely that the person trying to place would want to pick who they're placing with?
I think this appeals more to hands-off. They want to launch a large advertising campaign, and they want to reach as many people as possible. So your core competency is knowing how to match them up with the right audience, knowing where these audiences are, like how many readers are on a blog. And so you can take their idea and go find bloggers.
In a nutshell, what you're offering is getting bloggers to write about something at scale. But like someone's launching something, they want 1,000 bloggers to mention it in their blog.
Well, I did give the example of Minecraft. Minecraft is an extremely popular game right now, and it's kind of coming up from nowhere. It's not stale, but it still helped.
Did they pay Penny Arcade to put that in there? See, that's
a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
They made a ton of money off of it.
I've actually gone through this exercise myself. It's like one of my last companies I was working with, we were trying to get the blogosphere to sort of pay attention to our app, and it was like this ridiculous exercise of calling and emailing these bloggers and trying to, hey, check out our app, like blah 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 blah. And not like out of 50 that I might have emailed and called, one of them responded, maybe. And he was like, basically responded to say, hey, not interested, but just want to get back to you. And it was just like, you know, it wasn't like our app was bad. It was just that like the process of getting in touch with these guys was broken. So like, I mean, the thing that's resonating with me, what you're saying is like, if there was sort of like a management process to this, where it was like understood what both sides got out of it, that would be hugely valuable.
So this is actually a really good idea. I mean, based on what you're saying, I mean, like newspapers, right, which they're sucking right now. But my point is that when you want to place an ad in a newspaper, you call into whatever the ad desk is, right?
Yeah.
And you place it, right? But you want the hard part is getting in touch with the blogger
or the writer or whoever.
One central network where you can log in. Okay, and target the blogs, and then somehow figure out how you're going to pay them, based on this, that, whatever. But like that central place is key.
Like even think like a TechCrunch, right? Which just got sold today. So there's that link right there. It says, hey, starting a company, blah blah blah, tip us. Right? You hit that. Everybody and their brother is hitting that link, right? I mean, they're getting thousands of emails on that per day. the trick is like if you could I think what you're saying, if I understand correctly, is you're saying let's introduce the idea of monetary compensation for that, such that now there's like a real value proposition, literally, to the blogger saying, okay, if I write about this thing, these people are willing to pay me for the fact that I'm doing it. Do I understand it correctly?
It's interesting that, like, say, TechCrunch probably won't accept that because they're journalists.
Well,
yeah.
see,
but there's other bloggers that might.
Well, see, the thing is, that they have, and Arrington specifically has invested in a couple companies where he's had to be like, disclaimer, I'm also an investor in this company, so like what you just read, like take it under advisement that I am. So I guess all I'm saying is I don't know that they're necessarily mutually exclusive. It's just that you do need to disclose it. And with that, that is time. I have lots of awesome. I like it.
Thanks, Kitchener.
Thank you, Scott.
If anyone else wants to go, they can. There's no like hard and fast rule with staff here. Basically, the way I look at this is, you know, until the beer runs out, you guys can hang out.